All right, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about New York City Mayor Eric Adams saying that he is open to tax hikes and layoffs to close New York City's $7 billion budget gap, saying, quote, everything's on the table. From the New York Post here, it says Big Apple Mayor Eric Adams has kicked open the door to tax hikes and city layoffs, blaming the Biden administration for the threatened wallops to taxpayer wallets. Adams has said his administration is struggling to close New York City's expected $7 billion budget gap next year, given whopping migrant costs, and added Sunday that the federal government has been AWOL in terms of financially helping with what is a nationally created problem. Hizzoner asked specifically during a Channel 11 interview about possible property tax hikes and the layoff of city workers to help balance the city's budget, responded, everything's on the table. If you are a homeowner and you have budgeted yourself for your rent, your electricity, your water, etc., then all of a sudden your roof caves in, your insurance policy should pick up on that, Adams said. Our insurance policy was the federal government. They're not paying us, he said. In terms of raising taxes, while state lawmakers in Albany control the income and sales tax rates in the 5 boroughs, the city can hike property taxes, although within limits set by the state. Adams, asked about raising property taxes, particularly on the wealthy, replied, everything's on the table. That's all I can say. But he did note that when you start raising taxes on middle income, low income New Yorkers, you're placing them further in the hole. Asked where the layoffs would begin, Adams only repeated, everything's on the table. City officials say the cost of caring for the deluge of migrants flooding the Big Apple since spring 2022 will run taxpayers nearly $5 billion in 2024 and another $6 billion in 2025, dramatically worsening New York's underlying budget woes, which date back to the coronavirus pandemic. So I thought this was interesting here. Notice how he's not saying that they're going to cut down on any services for so-called migrants, right? They're going to be taken care of just fine. But if you're a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen of New York City, well, you're going to have to foot the bill, and you're going to have to see a reduction in the services that you were supposedly paying for. Okay, and this isn't something. The analogy that he uses here is somebody's roof caving in and their insurance policy picking up the tab. Okay, this is a manufactured crisis. This would be the same thing if you threw a bowling ball through your roof and then expected the insurance company to pick up the tab for that. Okay, this is entirely a creation of the Democrat Party that Mayor Adams is a member of, in good standing of. Okay, now notice how he's not calling on the Biden administration to, I don't know, stop people from coming in, deport people that have gotten in. He's not calling for any of that. Okay, and furthermore, he's not doing anything to dissuade these people from coming. He could say, look, we can't help you here, but he's not doing that. They're spending billions of dollars this year, and they're already planning to spend billions of dollars next year to make sure all these needs are being met, and people are going to keep coming. They have no reason not to, right? And in another article I saw here, it said that actually the city of New York was holding up emergency food stamps for thousands of residents, presumably because they're too busy dealing with so-called migrants. So, I mean, the way I see it, this Mayor Adams can't get enough bad press, bad publicity for any of this, okay? Because he's just saying, "Oh, I don't have a problem with these people being here as long as the federal government sends us money." Okay, he's is one of the worst mayors New York City has ever seen. His approval, his standing there, is shot. Okay, I don't even think this guy serves another term. Okay, he's not up for re-election for another year and a half or so. But I don't see anything turning around for this guy, and New York City could be better off for it, or they could go the way of Chicago and actually kick out one mayor to elect a worse mayor. if that's even possible. Okay, so if you've watched any of my previous videos on this, you'll know that this has been an issue that's continuing to go on, has been for a while, and with this Mayor Adams, it ain't going to get any better anytime soon. Okay, so anyways, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.